Hello, ladies, gents, and hopeful colonists stranded in an alien world. We're going to return to Rimworld today, the colony simulator so rife with strife. You'll get acquainted with the gameplay pretty quickly if you're not familiar with this game. It's something that we have done in the channel before, but it was a very long time ago, very many versions before, and now Rimworld has been released officially 1.0, probably has been patched since then, but we're going to get this custom scenario. The survivors of the cult. I have created it for this particular playthrough. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great time. And we're probably going to die horrendously. Survivors of the cult. The cult will bring them one by one, tied and gagged. Sacrifices for the solstice ritual. In your cage you would languish, watching them bring in more and more victims. You can still feel in your bone and flesh the consequences of your attempt to escape. Last night, they came into the cages and stripped everyone bare. They recited the words in a language you don't know. They painted you in tar and blood. They prodded you with their spears and lined you up in front of a stone slab encrusted in dark red. You don't know which tribe it was that came to stop them just then, but their torches and arrows made no distinction between cultist and sacrifice. Every person fought for their lives. Only you and one other escaped. You were able to save a puppy from the flames, too. Now the wilderness looms ahead, as hostile as the flames you leave behind. We're going to be a new tribe in Rimworld. We're going to start with 2 survivors chosen from the 8 sacrifices. And we will be stark naked against the environment. This is going to be a pretty hard challenge. Hopefully we'll be able to survive. We're going to start with a very beautiful, wonderful, friendly puppy. Let's go in. And we're going to pick Merciless, which is the hardest difficulty. Random, which is the most unpredictable of all the storytellers. This game, if you're not aware of what this is supposed to be, you pick a storyteller to begin with. Cassandra is the classic experience. She gives you kind of structured challenges that scale with your abilities. Phoebe Chillax, kind of more laid back. Unless you're in Merciless, then she will probably totally murder you all of a sudden. She'll leave you alone for a long time and then just outright murder you. And then you got Random, with which everything is possible. We're going to be able to reload anytime. That is absolutely the thing that we're going to do because this is a YouTube recording. You see, it's very important to be able to save and load all the time, but we're going to behave like it's commitment mode, which is basically hardcore mode. No reloads, not allowed to, no take backseats pretty much. So let's go in there with Random. Hopefully he will feel in a good mood today. He will not just utterly destroy me. Generate a Blargh seed. We're going to cover the globe by 50%, which is generate 50% of a planet. All that stuff is just all going to be in the standard position of 50%, whatever that was. Generate that world. It shouldn't take long. Generate that world, and we'll pick a suitable location for our tribe to start surviving. And what I was thinking about, I have been playing quite a lot of Rimworld before starting this, and a location that I found extremely engaging and very, very challenging is up in the boreal forest. There's plenty of trees to start with, but the cold is difficult to deal with. This game simulates a lot of systems that you need to keep warm. You need to be fed. That's pretty much the 2 big things. Of course, you need to get rested and all that stuff. Your colonies are going to have a lot of needs that you need to maintain and be sure that you're going to be okay. I think this is a fantastic spot. We're going to have a bunch of tribes all around us. These are the settlements of other factions in the world. These are tribes, the ones with the teepee. And these are like modern kind of people. And they're just regular settlements. We're starting as a tribe. We're going to be very low tech. No pirates around, but we're still going to get hostile raids. Don't worry about that. The game will find a way to bring all kinds of hostile people. I really like this intersection. We're going to have a road running for our colony, which means our travel will be a little bit easier for caravans. And a river, which means we might be able to use it, but it just makes the scenario a little bit more interesting than just a regular plain. Of course, there's a lot of other places we could choose. I have not been to the sea before, by the way. I have no real idea what else will be intended. This is also a place that I really like. You can see the temperature that will be involved. The average temperature is 1 degree Celsius, which is right around freezing, if you're not familiar with the Celsius grade scale. But I think I'm going to just go for that intersection right there. Why the hell not? It's actually a little bit warmer. And the objective is just going to be survive, at least for a little while, and later on we'll make up some other objective. This seems like an okay spot. We could choose pretty much anywhere, but we're going to go in there right now. So, oh wait, go back. What's this? Yeah, that's right. I do want a map that's slightly bigger. Nah, that's fine. 250 by 250, that's fine. This is the size of the map that you play on. I do want to start in the spring though. Nah, just leave it auto. We'll deal with whatever the game throws at us. The size of the map, let's just start it right, just like that. It'll be just fine. Let's do it. Let's go in there. And now we have the 8 sacrifices that were brought by the hostile tribe. We're going to pick only 2. And from experience, I can tell you, we're going to need animals. It's pretty damn important. We need a cook. Without a cook, we're going to be totally boned. We need somebody that can build. This guy seems amazing. This guy can pretty much do it all. Cooking 5 is fine. Of course, plants is... He's also a cannibal, though. I don't know if I want the cannibal. I mean, I think we can probably do with a cannibal and be happy about it. We might have to resort to that. It is something I have done already. So I would not be surprised if this is the man that ends up going in there. He also is very, very passionate about planting stuff, which is very, very helpful. And he's not incapable of anything, which is really what we truly want. Transhumanist means that he loves to have prostheses and bionic body parts. He's not going to have them for quite some time, but I'm happy that he's around. This guy is kind of garbage. Also, some people that are good at fighting, but if we get somebody that's good with animals, you don't really need a good fighter because the animals will fight for you. Pretty much Orange is not going to make it. Let's see if we can find somebody with really, really good animal skills. None of them are, huh? This is the best that we got. He's also greedy, but he's beautiful as well. I need somebody with animal skills. I cannot do this without somebody. She's a little okay with animals. She's also pyromaniac and a wimp. This character is garbage. I think we're going to go with Boomrat, which we'll rename everybody. The names will be first me, then my wife. That's going to be it. That's no negotiable. But in our first colony, that's going to be it. And then it will be randomized list of patrons. This is... Oh, but she's gay, so they're not going to be all that into each other, huh? She also has a chemical interest, which is pretty bad. This is a terrible selection of people. So I guess we're just going to go with Okapi over here. At least he's not incapable of anything. He has an old gunshot. I think this is the best that we got. 0 construction. Boomrat is okay on construction. Let's get Okapi up there. Let's see. Shooting, complete trash. We're going to be clubbing people's heads for quite some time, I guess. We got it. One of them is good with medical as well. So I think we're going to be okay with these 2 people. Let's rename it that way. It's going to be Blargh. Blargh the Blargh. Oh, there you go. That's the nickname. It's going to be Uncle Blargh. There you are. And then, oh well, this is a male. So I'm not going to give my wife a male name. She actually requested that I don't. So the first one on our male names is Bill Mosley. All right. I randomized it. I gave it some weight to the people have been around for a long time. Bill Mosley. And the nickname will be Mosley. There you are. Oh boy. Oh man. Those text messages getting us out of the immersion. This is absolutely unacceptable. 10 minutes to set up. That's actually kind of standard. All right, so we got Bill Moseley and Blargh are going to go into the wild. I am ever so excited to start this. I've been looking forward to it so much. Let me talk about it over this damn text messages. Be quiet, phone. I should have just put you in a drawer. All right, going into Rimworld. As a tribe, we already read all this. We are survivors of a cult incursion, a cult ceremony gone wrong. We have escaped with our friend Vlad, the dog. This is absolutely not permissible. You know the name of this dog. There you are. Major Stupid is going to be assisting us in our experience in Rimworld. All right, so we need to survive. We're naked. It is 7 degrees outside. The day's starting. So we have some time. We have some time to get warmth and shelter for the night. We want some berries. Here's the road right here. The road that goes across, and there's the river that also goes across. We got some muffalos over here. So most of the time, you just want to see where the fertile ground is at, which is this right here. We'll make a fantastic plantation. Here's some wild medicine that you can use to heal your inevitable injuries. But what matters right now is getting some wood. Let's get some wood chopped. Getting some wood for walls. Getting some... But once told me that I need to get some berries from the environment. So let's see if we can find a berry patch. There's some healed root right there. Let's see if we can find some berries somewhere. Aha, there's some berries over there. Let's zoom out. I have only one mod installed, and that is having better zooming. So usually in the standard version of the game, you cannot zoom out this far. But with the mod, you can, and it's very, very helpful. So we got some berries right here. This is going to be our sustenance for the time being, because we are relegated to clubs for the time being because we cannot shoot. So, hunting a muffalo with a club does not end up well when they turn out and just bash your head open. So we're going to harvest some wood over here. We're going to harvest as many berries as we can. We actually can only harvest 3 of these bushes. Maybe there's more. There's some more up here. I think I selected way too many. Let's cancel that. I don't want the people to go way out to get some berries. So let's just select these for the time being. Harvest that. Maybe something a little bit closer as well. Okay, that sounds reasonable. So, all right, let's see. Who's our plant? We're going to... This is the work priorities for your colonists. I'm treating this like you're not familiar with the game. You probably are. Like, it's a pretty well-known game, but just in case, I'm going to treat it like this is a completely new introduction to this game. This is the activities that your colonists can do. I guess, or your tribes people can do. Let's go back. And you give them priority, so it's all automated. They'll do it by themselves, and you don't have to worry too much about it. For now, we're going to be fine-tuning this a lot. We're going to be micromanaging things a lot, but when you get more people, you'll be able to automate things, and you don't have to intervene much. As a survivor, we're going to have to micromanage this by quite a bit. Thankfully, both of our guys have decent planting skills, so we're just going to have them harvest as much as possible. Both of them should mobilize to do exactly that. When you draft them, this is for combat, and undraft them, that interrupts whatever they're doing, and they'll go to the first command that they have in their priority. So since the growing and plant cutting is on a 1, that's exactly what they get after. The thing is, though, I would rather one of them went to do berries and the other one chop down some wood. Hopefully we can create some shelter before sundown. It should be okay. It should be easy to do such a thing. He's probably going to, go back to the tree, which I don't want. Just go cut some berries. I don't think that you can make a distinction between cutting berries and cutting down trees. So that's just the way that we're going to have to do it. Major Stupid, let's see. I would like to train him. This is the interface for Major Stupid. You can train him obedience, which means they will be assigned to somebody and they can defend them if need be. So I definitely want that to be happening. And you can also train them to be released, as in to go attack the target of the master. Also something that I want. Rescue, we're not going to train that yet. It is kind of like low priority, but I do want them to haul. Eventually, you can train your animals, some of your animals, to haul items from one place to another as they need to be transported. We're going to also set them to attack whoever's attacking them, although probably it's not a great idea. We're gathering some wood to be able to make some shelter, and the decision that we need to make, pausing that game, we can let it go for a little while. Hey, do what I tell you. Do what I tell you. Get me some more berries, you stupid scumbag. There you go. I'm sorry, Mostly. I'm sorry. I meant, please get me some more berries, my good friend. Get me some wood. So we need to decide, where do we want to create a shelter here? Usually you want to start with something that's already built. And this is a fantastic area right here because, I mean, the river is kind of meh. It's kind of annoying to have it so close. But this is a great spot. And the reason why is you got a vent here, Steam Geyser, which provides free heat. It's very nice to have. Also, fertile ground right here. This means that your crops will grow much, much faster. By the way, let's set up a zone, stockpile zone. We're going to, so this is already, I've already decided this is where we're going to have everything. We're going to create a few stockpile zones. We're going to create a stockpile zone right there, and that's where all our food is going to go. Actually, everything but raw resources, plant matter. No, where's the wood? There's the wood. Or uranium, steel, silver, like any kind of like construction stuff. I am doing it wrong. I am allowing everything. There. Allow everything except this stuff. There you go. I guess you can just go raw resources. There you go. Don't put anything there. And please don't put any corpses in our living room. That'll be not a good thing to do. There you are. That should be good. That's where they will take the berries. So Mostly, please take these berries and grab them take them where they need to go. So that's done. And now we're going to make another stockpile, and that's going to be outside our shelter. There you go, and that's where the wood is going to go. Clear everything, just put on wood, and probably like any other stuff can go in there. Most of the non-perishables. So the wood can be, does perish in the, if left to the elements, but it's not a thing that's going to happen just yet. All right, so these people are going to be doing what they want to be doing. They need to be doing. Get some hauling done. Get some wood so we can create nice shelter. Let's speed this up. You can alter the speed of the game. And we're probably going to play most of the time as fast as we can possibly go. A meal, it's about 10 berries. So this should let us survive for a whole enormous day. Woohoo. Actually, it's like 2 meals per day. So I think we need more berries than what we just grabbed. So probably, let's see if we can just harvest some more. See if we can find the berry bushes. There you go. We can double click that. Harvest. And what I'm going to do is mostly don't have plant cuts. So I think you cannot make a distinction. So if you put it at 2, they're still going to do that. They're still going to just harvest some pine trees. I think we have plenty of wood. 218. All right, let's create a structure. It will be wooden. Nothing much I can do about it. It's wood. You don't really want to keep your buildings being built out of wood because, you see, they have a tendency to burst into flames. So that's 35. So you want to go for stone or steel. I mean, not steel. Steel is pretty valuable, so you don't want to be using it up nonsensically. For the time being, this should be okay. And get that geyser inside of our enclosure here. Put a door. That seems like a fine position for the door. I think Blargh, okay, which one of our fellas is the better construction? Blargh, myself, tell myself to go build. Stop plant cutting. Thank you for, sometimes the game all by itself is going to grab hauling items. Actually, no, was just getting the items to haul to the walls. Construction botched. There is a random chance of the construction being botched if you're not very good at it. So it's a complete waste of resources, but you know, there's nothing you can do about it. You just put up with it. So it does look like we're hopefully going to have some shelter. We're going to already get some sleeping pots over there, sleeping spots in here alongside the stockpile. He's going to grab all that wood, continue building things. I think I'm done with getting wood. Let's see. 231. That should be enough to build that. So let's cancel these orders and he should go harvest some more berries. Blargh is going to finish up building all this stuff. Thanks to the geyser, we're going to have warmth. You can also make a nice fire so you can warm yourself up. We're a tribe, which means we barely have any technology. If you go to the research tree, this is all that we have. We can sow trees. We can brew some psychod, which is a hallucinogenic drug. We have a passive cooler for when it's warm, which is not going to happen in this map, I don't think. We can cook pemmican, which is a very long-lasting form of food. And we can craft a recurved bow. That is the entirety of our tech tree. We have no idea what electricity is. We have no idea what a freaking bed is. So we're going to be using first just the floor. And after that, eventually we'll get to hunt some wildlife. And after we get that done, we'll be able to sleep in wonderful bedrolls. Let's cut these plants inside of our... No. Are you... Oh, okay. I thought that he was going to sleep. Absolutely not allowed. Which reminds me, let's give these guys a schedule. This is the schedule for your dudes. This is basically telling them which hours you should go to sleep, which hours you should work, which hours you should do recreation. What I like to do is giving them a time to go to sleep, and then they just sleep until they don't no longer need it. And then right before bed, we're going to give them 1 hour recreation all the time, so they have some fun before going to bed. That way they go to bed without the need to have fun, and they can wake up and get to work right away. Most of the time they wake up and they will just have a meal. That's the way it usually goes. Well, with 20 berries, we can survive the day. Let's speed this up. It's very important for Blargh to watch some clouds to get some recreation up. This is the needs panel. See that Blargh is pretty damn hungry. He's not having a good time right now. He needs some berries to subsist. He's doing okay with rest. Recreation, he just got done seeing the most marvelous clouds ever conceived. So obviously he is so damn full of recreation. His environment, not terribly pleasing to the eye. It is just a dirt patch with some trees growing indoors. Not a very nice thing. And, you know, he's not terribly comfortable being naked outside. His mood, though, is pretty high because he has extremely low expectations of his life. He might as well just drop dead. He's just happy to have survived a sacrificial ceremony, you see. So it's all good with Blargh. Mostly probably has a very, very similar set of needs, except on top of being hungry, naked, and slightly environment, and having minor pain because of his torso wound that he has right here, the old gunshot. He got shot in the torso at some point in his life. When he was a tribe, he was trying to stop those damn colonists. Hey, Blargh, this is very inefficient. This is very inefficient, Blargh. You're only carrying 20 pieces of wood. Haul all that junk to the stockpile and then use the wood. You dumb piece of garbage. How dare you be inefficient? That is the way that I'm going to be micromanaging quite a lot, making sure that my fellows are very efficient. Mostly here is having a great time watching the sky. It is hour 17. The sun is setting, and soon we're going to have to go to bed. Hopefully, though, we can finish up these walls. Please. Oh yeah, he's chopping that down so he can build a wall. He's not prioritizing chopping down the wall chopping down the tree for no reason. That would be silly. Anyway, let's speed this up. I often fall into the trap of just watching what's happening, just zooming out, and as in zoning out, watching what's happening, because it's so damn satisfying to me to just slowly watch everything being built. But I need to get out of that tendency because, you know, we are we are on a strict timetable. We have to get things done. This is very important. Now Blargh is putting on that roof. Very, very nice. It's going to be dark. It's unfortunate. Actually, no. We can just create some nice torch light right there. And since Blargh has a top priority to be building, after he's done doing this roof, he's probably going to build that torch. What are you doing? Just holding some wood to the stockpile. That's nice. Is there any more berries to be harvested? Did we leave anything on the floor? I don't think that we did. So now we are without food. You see, because there was hardly any berries in the map. That is very disappointing. I think maybe even wildlife ate it. Oh, there's some berries over here. Only 7 though. Mostly. Could you please hold this? Because, you know, we are kind of without anything. Very unpleasant. Something I forgot that we need to do. Mostly on your way there. We need weapons. They have only their fists right now. And you see, there's just not really any weapon anywhere because we're naked. So what you can do is just equip this wood. There you are. You can also equip that wood. And you have a hunk of wood, a branch as your weapon. It's decent. It's good enough. Because soon we're going to have to go hunt something. And it's probably going to be me clubbing wildlife. So what I do want to do is to prioritize handling with, I guess mostly is pretty damn interested in animals. So he's going to be pretty high priority to have Major Stupid trained. And that way we'll be able to use him to hunting. For the time being though, we kind of have to just get berries. Seems like somebody ate a bunch of berries that I had. No, it's right there. Mostly. Please go get these berries. Holding those berries. Now there's absolutely nothing else to do. How's the temperature in here? 38 degrees, slightly hot with this vent. I took it a little too far, so let's just hold this open. And hopefully the temperature is simulated. It's not like super accurate temperature dynamics or anything like that. But if you hold this open, it will create a nice draft that hopefully will not make my colonists melt. Mostly is hauling berries. Oh, it does seem like we harvested some berries up here. Seems like mostly went around and harvested berries, but he didn't really get much of anything done. Other than that, let's see if we can get everything harvested with Blargh. We can carry back some berries to our base. And that way, we'll be a little bit better off. Need to speed this up. Thing is, mostly, what are you doing right now? Okay, he went to sleep. No big deal. Blargh's going to harvest all these berries and then he'll just bring them back. No, I'm sorry. Let's just queue up these commands and then he can bring them all back and then he'll go to sleep. He'll probably do it all by himself. If he doesn't, we'll just order him to do it. Yeah, all right. Nice. We got something to have for breakfast in this horrendous wildland that we have made for ourselves. Thanks to the open door, this is not so hot, but it's a little too hot. They are going to get a debuff for sleeping in the heat, which is unfortunate. It's the awful barrack. They are not very pleased with this barrack. Slept on the ground, slept in the heat, sweaty. So this is pretty bad. We need to make this into a bigger place. But it's really cold outside, so it's either get too hot, get too cold. All we need to do is just expand this, and it will be just fine. So I guess we can simply create, while they sleep, we can make some more walls. Oh, we should claim that. Claim this wall. This wall now belongs to me. We're going to create some more walls. We're going to deconstruct one of these. There you go. Build that. That can just go all the way to the shoreline right there. There. And then build a copy of that. Another door to enter from the outside. There. And Blargh will be doing that after having breakfast. And after that, I guess we'll get to start growing some rice. It's pretty damn important to get a food source as soon as possible. So let's set that up while they are sleeping. Create a growing zone. And it's pretty hard to see what is the fertile ground and what is regular. So I'm not going to get this perfect. But you just create a nice zone that hopefully encompasses the entirety of the browner fertile ground. There you are. We'll probably shrink this later on. Or I think I'll do 2 of them. I think that's also fertile ground right there. I'm pretty sure that we cover all that. What we need right now is a nice rice paddy. I think that's also... That looks pretty good. And then the other half, we'll do something else with that. Let's grow some rice right here. Rice is... The thing with rice is it grows very fast, especially on fertile ground, but it doesn't yield a lot. So it's a very high maintenance crop where you have to constantly replant it all the time. As opposed to something like corn or potatoes. Potatoes are like middle ground. Then corn it takes a long time to grow, but it yields a ton of food, so it's worth it in the long term. That is more for when you have a bigger colony to maintain. For the time being, this is all that we can plant. And nobody... I don't think that either of these fellas, bio, I was hitting the animal. I don't think either of these fellas is good enough to plant heel root, which is our medicinal plant. That is extremely useful. Thankfully, though, we have a patch of heel root right here. So maybe I shouldn't grow. Yeah, what I should do, that was super dumb. Let's shrink this zone so I don't destroy all these heel root, and we're just going to make the rice paddy towards this other side. There you go. There you are. Plant all that. That looks like a damn decent patch of rice. And what we can do to harvest these heel root automatically is you set a zone over it. There you go. Okay, everything's included right there. And what you do is say, don't sow in here. And what that does is whatever grows in there is ready to be harvested. Harvest it and bring it back, but don't sow anything in there. And that way, automatically, I don't have to micromanage it. Go harvest this stuff all the time. You see? So, all right, let's get some time going forward. It is still pretty hot in here. Our warg, Major Stupid, got pretty hungry, so ate a rabbit. Good guy, good boy, good boy. All right, there goes Mosley. He skipped breakfast. He's a not very smart guy. You shouldn't have skipped breakfast, Mosley. I mean, I'm going to let you do what you do, because I'm not going to be too hang up over such things. Blargh, is it time to get up? You're almost there, still sleeping on the ground. Okay, Blargh, time to get up. Get some breakfast going. We are extremely hungry, but here is a friend of mine that is going to get clubbed to death. Hopefully we can make it happen without my colonists dying. So we're going to get on a warpath. I mean, what alternative do I have? The berries are just non-existent anymore. There's no more berries. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some berries in the map. There's some. Actually, there's a lot of berries here. Okay, these berries over here will totally let me last the day. Mostly is planting some rice. Looks like I missed that spot right there. I also I don't think that one. Okay, that's looking good. Blargh, stop doing that. You're going to come down here. Where the berries go? There you are. We're going to cut those berry bushes. Pretty damn important to get some food. And hopefully these berry bushes will let me last until tomorrow and I don't have to club a freaking turkey to death. That is, it's always dangerous because the turkey has a beak. The beak can make you bleed. And if you bleed, you get an infection sometimes if you don't have the medicine, which we do. So it should be okay to harvest this. So we should not be in a horrible danger of dying. And something that we definitely want to get onto is getting some hides so we can create some clothes, because nobody's happy about being naked. It's not a good time for our colonies. They really don't appreciate it. But hey, mostly it's harvesting our heel root. Blargh immediately went into a mental break. Means that their mood was so low that they just got really, really sad, and they are now wandering the wilderness without anything to do. So this makes the scenario doubly more difficult. So very happy for me to just go around the forest in a sad wonder. I'm just so damn excited about this. How about Mosley? How about you save this colony by getting us some food? You know, the upside is, while I'm wandering sadly through the woods, I'm not going to be consuming any food. So there's that silver lining. I'm just like a complete idiot, catatonically, just drooling all over the wilderness. No, Mosley, come on, man. You know better than that. Haul all that nonsense back to the base. All right, you put those berries over there. Now we got some medicine. We got some food for Mosley to have the sustenance. Can you train Major Stupid? I don't have usable food because Major Stupid only takes raw meat. That's another reason to go hunt for some food. So definitely want to keep Mosley in a good mood. So I'm going to tell him to consume some berries right there. Can I even make tables? Yeah, I can. Too bad Blargh is just completely out of his noggin, out of his rocker. I think we want to just destroy this. He can't even construct, really. He's that bad at it. Yeah, he has a 0 on construction. He'll take forever to do anything. That's unfortunate. Nothing much I can do about it. I really don't want to. This is a little overkill. I think I would rather have them sleep in the cold, though. So we're just going to deconstruct this piece of wood right there. Mostly, whenever you can get around to it, get rid of that piece of wood. And that way, it will be cold, but it's better than being sweaty. So let's just leave that the way it is. And he's just going to keep planting things. We have food. We have shelter. He's going to keep planting that rice, getting me some wood, while I stupidly wander the wilderness with absolutely nothing to do. Hopefully will not be raided by some person that then hurts Mosley, and there's an infection, then I'll just die. There is no telling how long this campaign is going to be. I had a campaign, like I tested this scenario to make sure it's interesting. I almost lost. I had to resort to cannibalism. So, you know, I look forward to all the harrowing and terrible decisions that we're going to be forced to make. I am just wandering again all over the place, slowly starving to the. Actually, no, it's not that big a deal, the starving. But this can go on for days. The sad wander, or it can stop right now. It's completely random. It's just a thing that you have to deal with, and of course that is why you need to manage the moods as carefully as possible. We have some visitors. They are watching my survivors. They're just passing by. My survivors, they're not in the best situation. Let's just put it that way. I don't own many things to give to my name. But we can talk to Lumi over here. What kind of... let's see. Let's find out. Do I have any social skills? My absolute best social skill person, he has a 2. So, not very good traders. We're not very good traders. Where is it? Warden. That's it. Mostly he's like the worst trader. He's just, it's a good tradesman because he's a horrible trader that is going to sell 1,000 acres of land for 1 cigarette. So that's an awesome thing. We have all of these items that they're selling, but we can't afford them. We're completely poor. They won't even buy my wood. So there's nothing I can do but just watch in envy as all the tools of destruction that they carry I cannot afford. Well, congratulations on having things. And I don't have any things. That's too freaking bad. Blargh, it will be fantastic if you decided to stop wandering about and you actually did some work. But what can you do? There's nothing I can do about it. This is pretty unlucky too, to get a mental break so early. You're not supposed, like, it's not like you're not supposed to, but most of the time they, finally he's good. Most of the time they give you this extremely low expectations, this bonus to your mood. Mostly has gone berserk. Mostly got real mad that he had to plant rice all day while I just was moping sadly. So Mostly has decided to club people on the head. This is a bad thing. Because Mostly now, he's probably going to go over to one of these fellas and he's going to get shot to death. Either that or he's going to fight with Blargh. So this is not starting well. He's pretty good at melee, but Mostly is just going to club him to death. Blargh, try to move away. No. Go away. Oh no. They consider him an enemy. Oh, mostly he's going to get shot to death. Well, mostly you did plant a lot of rice for me. His berserker rage has come to an end. Very happy that he's no longer mad. This is a catastrophe start. This is absolutely terrible. We might have to restart. Let's just rescue mostly though, because I'm very good at medical. We do have one medicinal herb, so we might just get this done. Let's see. He has a few gunshots. All right, we can save him. Don't worry about it. We can save him. 94 growth rate. We can get a few more medicines. I think I'm going to tell Blargh. How long does he have until he dies? 6 hours. I think we have time to harvest exactly one. He can't do it. Probably because it's not grown. So because I put this here, I cannot tell him to do it immediately. But if I say just harvest, there you go. Probably it's a waste. Blargh, go cut that heal root. Go cut that heal root. Let's see if we can save mostly. Okay, this is a slightly disaster start. I must say that this is not the way it went in my test campaign. That was a complete waste of a harvest, and also another botched one. Oh, amazing. All right, 10 to Mosley. We get a little bit of medicine, and everything else will have to be tended by hand, which is just covering up the oozing wound and hoping that it works. It is pretty terrible, but hey, this is what we have to resort to. Covering up those wounds, and we're also going to treat those bruises as well. And right after that, we're going to queue up cleaning the blood, because when you get a wound that bleeds, you have a very high chance of getting an infection if your environment is dirty, if you let it without being tended for a while, if the tending quality is terrible. 44%, that's pretty damn good. I am a pretty damn good doctor. I have a 10 in doctoring, which is a skilled professional. So, you know, and if nothing else, if all else fails and Mostly dies, I'll just eat him. This feed Mostly. This is a terrible thing. This is an absolutely terrible thing. He does have some animal skills, though, so I really want to keep him alive. It's very important to me for this man to be alive. Blargh, I really would appreciate it if you prioritize cleaning that blood. I think that one is too far for it to matter too much, but okay, you can just go to sleep. We got some rare thrombos entering the map. These guys they're meat, and they're pretty much everything about them, to their horn, from their horn to all their fur to their meat is very valuable. But you see, it's not a possibility to kill one of these guys. Most of the time, you're going to need a whole army to be able to bring one of those guys down. Not something you want to do. So let's just let some time pass as we sleep. And hopefully Mostly will not die to infections, okay? Everything's going to be just fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. A rough start. Mostly and Blargh, they survived the horrendous cult raid. So, you know, from there to surviving the wilderness is no big deal. We're going to be just fine. We have rice growing. We have zero food also. We also have no real means of getting clothed, and we are convalescent now, but we're still alive. We're still good. Needs. We're going to be hungry very soon. Clubbing that turkey might be the only way I can get this done. Hey, our raccoon is dead. A fox killed this raccoon. We're going to grab him. Let's set up a zone. Actually, we can just set this storage. We can store corpses over there. And we're going to grab that raccoon, bring it back, and we're going to cook it. For that, we need 95 wood. We can build that. Usually you can either just set a butchering spot and it's just a place in the ground where you butcher things. We're not going to do that. We're going to actually build a table. Blargh is going to get it done. Build a table for butchering right here. I mean, it's pretty nasty to be butchering right next to where we sleep, but, you know, this is what we have to do. This is what we have to do. Hopefully Blargh will not go on a mental break, but catharsis means, you know, after you feel good to finally unbottle your feelings. Hey, some cargo pods dropping from the sky. Randy Random, the storyteller, making my life slightly easier by not having me harvest a random raccoon. Instead, he just drops hunks of meat from the sky. Very happy about this. This is such a boon. Thank you so much, Randy Random. You are such Such a good guy. Making my life slightly easier. Alright. We're going to go get those hunks of meat. Holy crap, it's almost been 45 minutes. So, slight crisis. I think we have averted it. I think that mostly is going to be pretty okay. Most of his tending was damn competent. So I think he's going to pull through. He is in extreme pain right now, though. Unfortunately, how are they doing social? How do they like each other? He probably likes me because I just tended to all his transport pod crash. Oh, man. I just tended to, rescued him. We chit-chatted. We had a deep talk. We have a good opinion of one another. Good stuff. We made a comment about demons to Blargh. Mostly made a comment about demons to Blargh. And Blargh was like, yeah, demons are pretty bad. Mostly on Blargh talked about recreations. Like, I like to have fun. I like to have fun as well. We have so many things in common. Give me a kiss. All right, so we got a transport pod crash happening. A message carrier named Nuno is crashing in a transport pod nearby. If he survives the impact, he will be badly wounded. Nuno is from Turba. If you rescue him, he may join freely. Otherwise, he will return home and spread goodwill between your factions. You can also capture him for recruitment or slavery purposes, but this will anger his faction. We're just going to capture him. I don't have a prison or a means to maintain a prisoner. So we're going to go over there and save him. Here he comes from the pod. Here's Nuno. He has a t-shirt on. Who are you? He can club people in the head. He's an undergrounder, which means he doesn't even need to go outside. He's incapable of intellectual, but we don't really need smart people. We just need people to haul. And he's so good with animals. We want this guy so bad. We might just capture. If he refuses to join us, we might just throw him in a hole and recruit him. He also has a chemical interest, which is real bad later when you have drugs. But right now, this man is perhaps the most useful guy in our entire colony. So, next episode, we're going to go rescue that man. We're going to heal him back to health. And he better join our colony. Or else. So hopefully you are looking forward to that. I'll see you in the next one. Tell me how much you love Rimworld. I am so in love with Rimworld. This is one of the best games ever created. No hyperbole. No hyperbole. This is one of the best games out there. If you are a person that enjoys this type of game, it is one of the best games out there, period. So I would recommend it to absolutely anybody with a passing interest in management games. My wife, not usually that type. She loves Rimworld. She plays Rimworld all the time. She has built so many colonies. It's stupid. Anyway, hopefully you're having a good time. I'll see you in the next one, which hopefully everybody will survive. And if not, we'll just eat them. Have a good time. Bye.